Marketing Cloud is evolving. We've always tried to be the most integrated and actionable platform for marketers in the world, but increasingly what's happening is some of the same philosophies that powered marketing, personalization, addressable audiences, measurement, optimization, are actually spreading across the enterprise, right?
Right.
And we think about that's a very powerful concept, and just as 30 years ago, the back office was disrupted, and people started to connect their back office processes, and that was a key source of competitive advantage. But very quickly that became table stakes. Everybody had ERP systems. Then they moved to the front office, and we think that was the adoption of CRM and turning your Rolodex and your sales process into a more kind of automated workflow. That's happened, but now it's about the consumer. And we think brands can achieve sustainable competitive advantage from focusing on the consumer experience. It's not about the product we sell anymore, it's about the consumer's experience buying it and using the product, and the product's just along for the ride, right? So we're all in the business of delivering experiences, and so Adobe's been championing this notion of becoming an experience business.
Right.
And then how brands should be thinking about becoming an experience business. So our platform, we've been kind of working on evolving our product strategy and platform to power this experience business. Whether it's bringing all your data into a single place, organizing it, getting it ready for machine learning and AI, creating a single view of the individual so you can drive and orchestrate journeys and programs on a one-to-one basis, allow for easy segmentation, powerful segmentation that you can propagate across your enterprise, right? So you can make the right business decisions, and then constantly iterate and measure the performance of your programs, how your customers are performing, how your campaigns are performing, how your channels are performing. So what's the customer experience hub for marketing organizations, for the business?
So I mean, look, there are so many different emerging formats right now. Tell me where VR fits into that, because you guys have an announcement today, but that feels like ancillary. VR feels like something that's on the outside, right? How do you bring that into the overall marketing plan?
Yeah, so, the experience needs to be immersive, actually, and that doesn't happen overnight for brands, right? They have to act and think like media companies. This is not a skill set that brands naturally have. We have some of the leading kind of capabilities to create content across the creative process and apply that in VR and AR-like formats. What's also important is to bridge, just as you bridge the creative gap, bridge the marketing gap, and how marketers start to use VR and AR as a format for getting that experience out to their consumers. That's challenging. That's challenging for brands because they aren't set up for that just yet. Right? We're starting to work with brands. I was just on stage with Red Bull Media, and he was, Andy Gall, the CTO of Red Bull Media, was talking about how Adobe technology is powering that immersive experience that he delivers for his consumers.
Well, and it feels like the data, the sort of feedback loop and the data you get back from VR, I mean, it's a limitless, and it's more of a qualitative as much as it is quantitative set of feedback, data feedback, right? Like, I can't imagine, there's so much wealth there, but how do you turn that into actionable insights, right?
And that's the challenge. They already had a ton of data from the digital footprint, from social media, and now VR creates yet another font of data coming at them, and it's very granular, right? It's every movement, it's every clenching of the fist, it's every emotion that the individual expresses while they're experiencing this medium.
I haven't even thought of biometric. That's huge.
It's huge.
That's huge.
That's right. And then the challenge is, how do I organize the data? How do I get the feed in? But then how do I recognize signal from noise? Because there is a ton of noise in there. Right? So how can I extract signal? Right? And then combine the signal with the institutional memory I have about this individual, right? What he did in mainstream channels, what he's doing with IoT, or how sensors and other information sources are kind of feeding this. So we think VR is this amazing opportunity to bring rich experience, and creative professionals have already started embracing that. Marketers are probably just about now starting to get an idea of what this means and how do they act as media companies. And now the next big challenge is how do we kind of organize this and extract signal from noise and then apply that to create more immersive experiences.
That's awesome.